Thank you for breaking it down like you are
This is
telling
a
an
video
airplane where to
podcast.
land.
This is how you do things.
You need to be moving your hands at all times when you talk. If you're not moving your hands, are you actually
I'm sorry.
talking?
Some of us are Italian. Okay. We got to move our
Not
hands
you.
when we talk.
Stop stealing my.
I am Italian. I
Are
am
you?
Italian. Yes. I don't know how much, but I'm everything in Europe. And last time I checked, Italy's in Europe.
Maybe.
Also, I'm young and hip and energetic.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Architects of Lore, the one and only weekly podcast where two youthful and energetic cousins sit around and discuss the age-old art of storytelling. And at the end, we're going to come up with another banger, but I am your host, Zach, aka Z-Town TV, and that is my co-host slash co-cousin, Devin, aka Devo City. Devin, how are you doing this fine evening?
Oh, so youthful. Is that why you got the backwards hat? Because you're just
I got a
one of the
sweet hoodie.
kids?
I got a backwards hat. I know what. Nope, I don't know. I was going to try to do some sort of child slang, and I don't know any. Bussin'? Is that a word?
I
That's
think
probably
that's
not a
pretty
word.
old. I think it's
That's
like
pretty
risen
old.
up with your
Riz?
Riz, bro.
We got a high Riz level.
Yeah.
Um,
You sound so young and youthful right now.
yeah, let me keep it a buck with you. All right. No capping. All right.
I still think you're like putting in 90s slang in there.
Is it 90?
I don't know. I'm not a
God.
kid, and neither are you.
If we have any TikTok listeners, please just send me like just slang for so I can sneak in and sound cool. Anybody
All
know?
right.
I don't need to know the definition. Just don't make it dirty. All right. Don't make it dirty. But yeah. I got a lot of problems with you, Devin.
With me,
Yeah. First problem, I'm gonna have to show you.
I got the pod on
Is
time.
this slander? This is slander.
The movie poster for Coachella at 40, which has a picture of you on it.
I'm very
looking
youthful.
very 40.
The technical title is Coachella at 36 if you put my picture on it. Also, we've discussed this. It was about Jack.
About Jack.
Jack has two cats, watches Jeopardy and puzzles. Yeah. Jack is in a rut.
If you'd like to know what we're talking about, go ahead and check us out on Instagram at Architects of Lore. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good poster.
It's a fantastic poster. But do we have to slander my youthfulness in the process? Okay.
Maybe this is the wake-up call, bro. It's just,
I'm
you gotta be
Coachella.
out here and going to Coachella this year.
I'm going to Coachella.
I think that's what I hear is that you need to go to Coachella.
New fundraiser. Zach goes to Coachella.
I will put money into that one. I would love to see you at Coachella. I wouldn't go. God. I don't. Not for me. Not for me.
No, not for me. But I have to now. Yeah, I gotta prove my Riz. Yeah. Look at this backwards cat.
Nice. Wow.
Very hip. Very cool. I don't know what those words mean anymore. Here we are.
But yeah, I did get the podcast out on time. Computer troubles be damned. We got through. We got the video pod. We're not lying to the audience.
I'm very happy for you. I'm still very upset though. Out of a bitch.
I mean, maybe if you did the artwork, you could have put a different picture, but
right, I didn't. Because if I did it and I was gonna mock myself, I would have put two little kitty cats on the poster too. Right?
Okay. Just give me more work to do.
Right? That's what I would have done.
Give me more work.
No, because I'm upset at you, so I'm gonna needle your poster because you put my face on it.
It's a good poster. Check it out on Instagram. Let me know by emailing us at architectslore@gmail.com what you think
No,
about
we
the
say
post.
that too much. We say it too much.
Or just hit us up on Instagram at Architects of Lore.
That's fine. Devin was showing me his editing over the weekend, and every spot that he stopped at to show me ended with hit us up at architectslore@gmail.com. We say it too much. People, it's right here on the screen. You know
Don't
the
do it
thing.
now.
All right. So you know what to do. Or hit us up on Instagram. Lord knows I don't run that account because I would have already taken that poster down. So here we are.
Yeah, what do you do on the show?
I'm the talent.
Oh, okay. That's what
I'm
we're
also
calling
the
it.
brains of the operation, the
Brains, yep.
technical prowess. Don't give me this. What do I do? I spent the
I'm
better
just
part of
saying,
last year doing everything.
you're
And you're
making
like, I want
fun
to do
of
video. So you
my
are like, all right,
movie
I'll do video.
posters, but at least we got a movie poster.
We got a movie poster.
How many movie posters have you made?
4.
Yeah.
How many podcasts have you edited in 2023? Because we did like 50 episodes and I probably edited what? 40 of them?
I would say 20.
It was 40.
I don't know. Maybe 30.
You did like maybe 3 video podcasts.
Yep.
So those ones were definitely you. And then you did
And then I
every
did a
once in
bunch of
while.
audio ones too.
You did 4 in a row once because I was like, you got to learn how to do this. And then you just took the
Learn
rest
how
of
to
the
do
year
it. I
off.
know how to do it.
You don't know how to edit audio. You don't know how to edit audio. You had the
You don't
wrong
know how to
drops.
edit video, and we're a video podcast now, so you're gonna have to learn.
According to who?
According to me and my New Year's resolution.
You know what this feels like? This feels like a hostile coup. I'm the head of the company, and you just stabbed me in the back. And you're trying to assert yourself.
Times are changing. Okay, we're moving into the future. If you're gonna be left behind, you gotta get on the bus.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm the technical brains of this company, obviously. Okay, I'm the legal mind of this company, obviously.
What have we done that needed a legal mind?
Have we been sued yet? You're welcome. Okay, I've edited a lot of stuff off at the past. All right.
If anything, it's probably you talking slanderous about people.
Oh, the mouse has tried to come after us several times, and I keep ducking the people trying to serve me. All right, so we're good. We're all right. But yeah, no, I've already come up with a new podcast video hosting software solution. It's showing a lot of promise. We'll see how it works in the real life testing phase.
Teams?
We're not using Teams. Jesus Christ. All right. But Devin, how was golf? Did you go golfing? How are the Bills?
I went to go golfing on Sunday before the Bills game. Sports Talk with Architects of Lore.
Should we get that product placement in here?
We are not sponsored. See, this is, I thought you were skirting our legal things. Where's the legal prowess when it comes to
I'm not saying we're sponsored. I'm just giving a little free plug. You know, maybe they'll like that.
Yeah, I'm sure Coca-Cola Company needs the free plug.
Yeah, they need the money.
No, but I went to go golfing, and it was a wind advisory. So when I got to the par 3, it was closed. And I think it's just Danger City. They didn't want those branches coming down. So when watch the Bills win, oh my gosh, that game was brutal. 2 interceptions in the end zone. I don't know how we won, but you know what? I'm happy we did. Defense really stepped up on that one.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game at all, but I'm on a Discord channel with all my friends who are Buffalo Bills fans. And just seeing the messages come in, I'm like, that's not going well. That's not going well. Oh my God, something happened. Because then I just start getting, what a time to be alive, and all the happy gifts coming through. I'm like, all right, well, Josh Allen must have done something, because earlier you were screaming in effigy about burning Josh Allen in effigy. So we'll see.
Maybe he just needed a sacrifice of like a table. Someone had to jump through a table.
Maybe.
Let's get them going. I don't know.
Guess what? Z-Towns TV, bold prediction, guarantee of the
Can you stop saying this, please? I'm serious. Table. I'm not even joking. Like, stop. You're not a Bills fan, and this is, if you freaking jinx us somehow, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Close it right now. Close the mouth, and move on. Because
how can I jinx
so rude right now? You're being so rude, and you know it. You
How can
know
I
it.
jinx them?
I don't know, but let's not take any chances, okay? Jeez.
It is knocking
Jeez,
on
you can't
wood.
guarantee something. That's like printing the shirt before it's done. Come on, man. Come on.
What am I allowed to say?
I hope that they win the Super Bowl.
I hope the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl
Thank you.
or the
So do
Miami
I.
Dolphins. What about that? Is that okay?
What'd you say?
Or the Miami Dolphins.
What? I'm gonna leave this podcast right now. You talking about the Dolphins right now? You're not
Listen,
even
my
you live in
dad's
New
a
York.
Dolphins fan. If the Giants aren't in it, so I don't give a shit. If the Bills,
We're not
then
talking
I'm
okay,
rooting
we're
for
not
Miami.
talking football on this podcast anymore until the season's over because I don't like your attitude right now because the Giants aren't in it. So I'm just gonna put vibes and things out into the universe and just try and jinx people. You're just out here trying to jinx people. That's not youthful. That is an old curmudgeonly act right there.
How is that? How you? All right, whatever. Let's move on because Devin's getting heated for no reason. It's just sports, people. All right, let's move on.
Okay, now it's just sports. All
Just
right,
sports.
so I saw a couple new movies recently. I saw No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence.
The one that came out on Netflix.
I think so. And she's like a 33-year-old who has been hired to get a high school grad out of his shell before he goes to college.
How old is she really?
I think 33. I think we're the same age. But it was decent. Good laughs. I mean, nothing monumental, not really a lot of funny quotable lines, but like it made you laugh for sure. It's hard to get those quotes in there, you know? And
Oh
I
yeah,
also
you're right.
saw,
She is. She is 33.
yeah,
Huh,
so makes
okay,
sense. Played
it
her own
does.
age.
Normally, when you're playing something, you're usually playing younger. Like I am. I could easily pass for 28 right now.
You're looking a lot like Coachella at 40 right now. Yeah,
What's
let me
up,
just
bro?
cover
How
my
you
face
doing?
and
What's
shadow
up?
it so I can play younger. Yeah, I
Yo,
don't
yo, yo,
know.
what's the vibe? What's the vibe like? You know, that boom right there. I could clear 26.
Mm,
Yep.
I'm glad you think that.
I think I
But I
could play
also
I
saw,
think I could play much older too.
okay, but it was, have you seen it? Have you seen the
No,
movie?
I've never seen it. Is it any
Okay.
good?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you about movies, and you're just focused about your age and how you look.
You made me real insecure with that fucking movie poster, okay?
Well, you gonna make
All
this
right.
week's movie poster?
Yeah, maybe I'll just fucking put your face on it. It'll be
Uh,
about some mean guy being mean.
mm,
And then it's just a
ooh.
picture of Devin.
Maybe. And then, but the other movie I saw was Godzilla minus one, which was a throwback Godzilla movie right post World War II. And it's really just like a drama about this guy dealing with the PTSD of World War II. And he was supposed to be a kamikaze and he kind of backed out. And then he's had to deal with that. And then they throw Godzilla in there.
I was about to say that doesn't sound like a Godzilla movie.
No, it's very surprising. It's not really a monster movie. Like Godzilla
It
is a
was weird when
factor in it.
Act 3 shows up and just fucking Godzilla's coming out of the water.
No, I mean this isn't a spoiler, but Godzilla shows up in the first minute, I would say. So
What's the lore of Godzilla that he was created because of the nuclear bomb testing in the
I,
Pacific, something like that,
yeah, I
right?
think so. In the Bikini Islands, it might have woken him up because I think he's an ancient creature.
Okay.
But
I thought before it was a lizard who was irradiated to become Godzilla, but they're going with this thing
no,
existed.
I don't know. I don't know if there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles effect with the Godzilla lore ever.
Okay.
I think it was more of like there was these ancient creatures, um, because
Called
like
kaiju.
Mothma, yeah, the kaiju, and they were like
Kaiju.
awoken by the
Mm,
nuclear bombs.
mm. So it's like man has gotten the ability to destroy the Earth, Earth is fighting back by waking up all these kaiju to take out man.
Yes.
But then Godzilla's like, dude, I'm chill. I like these guys. I'll fight all the other ones on your behalf.
Yeah, Godzilla's a homie sometimes.
He's real chill. Sometimes. I don't know when. I've never seen any Godzilla movie. Devin is out of focus and he's trying to focus up.
Yeah. You've never seen a single Godzilla movie?
I don't think so.
You didn't see the one with Matthew Broderick from like
Oh yeah,
2000?
Godzilla 2000, where they has like a bunch of Godzilla eggs and it's asexual and it's in Madison Square Garden. I think that's the only
Yeah.
one I've seen, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. Like
But
a
you didn't see
lot of hate.
Godzilla King of Monsters or
No,
Godzilla vs. Kong.
never.
That was pretty cool.
I think there wasn't there like a Mecha Godzilla at some point, or was that just like a comic book?
No, there's been like I think 20 films or so. It's pretty
Yeah, the
popular series, man.
closest I got to old Godzilla movies was the 1990s great series, Power Rangers. That's basically what Godzilla was. Just Power Ranger stuff.
So there's movie talk with Architects of Lore.
I saw a good movie this week.
Oh yeah, what'd you see?
We'll get into it in studying the blueprints.
Okay, so you didn't see another movie?
No, I'm really on my Critical Role binge. I'm like 3 episodes back from being current. So I think I can
Oh,
really push and get there. Plus, I've also been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3, but I don't want to get into it because some people are like, don't push me. Let me dip my toe in the water. Blah, 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 blah.
yeah,
And
I
I'm like, all
told you I
right,
haven't
whatever.
played since because you guys are just pushing.
You're pushing.
You're pushing. We have 0 emails this week, so no need to go over this week's emails. But if you have a
Thank you.
comment, feel free to email us at
Why
architectsoflore@gmail.com.
don't we say all of that at the end and not always throughout the episode? And let's cut this part now. And let's get in now, Devin. We're done with sports talk, golf talk. We're into everybody's second favorite segment of the show, the movie game.
Movie game.
Last week's question, which one of you got immediately? Honestly, I was surprised at how early you listened to the episode. It was before I even woke up Monday morning. I had a text message with the answer. But that question from last week was, of course, comic book writer falls for a gay woman who brings the gay lord home to introduce the folks who gifted her with life and genetics. Dad, what's the answer to that question?
That is Chasing a Meet the Parents.
You got that right.
Chasing Amy and Meet the Parents.
Last week, Devin faltered and stumbled. Then he
Did
finally
I?
got it in the end. Yeah, you
You
did.
can say I thought I got the answer right.
But you got it in the end.
Okay.
And I crushed it because I don't remember. So let's just go with that. I did great. Now, here we go. 1-1. Devin, are you ready for your movie game question?
Yeah.
An adorable kitty is kidnapped, and to get it back, a pair of cousins infiltrate a dangerous gang of dancing periodical delivery lads.
It's Keanu is the first movie.
Yep.
Great movie. Um dancing delivery
Dancing
lads.
periodical delivery lads.
Okay. Keanu, New York, New York.
Nope.
Um so musical, I'm assuming.
Yep. It is a musical.
Can I get the year?
1992. That's newer than I thought it was.
Got a clue? Or the clue give it away?
Now is the time to seize the day.
It's not Singing in the Rain, is it? Like
As that wasn't 1992. It
I
was
know.
1952.
You got mail, Keanu. You got
Think of a Broadway musical as
yeah,
well,
Chicago.
not Chicago. It's 6 o'clock. Dinner's ready. You sit at the table. What do you turn on?
The news? Newsies? Keon Newsies?
There it is. He's got it.
Wow. I needed some help on that one. But here's your question, Zach. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony Stark makes an oopsie in the form of an evil robot hell bent on exterminating Katharine Hepburn and the Fonda family while they reconnect on the shores of a pretty lake.
Katharine Hepburn and a Fonda lady. Okay.
And the Fonda family.
Yeah. So it's Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Ah, God. What is that fucking movie? It's a newer movie, right?
Mm, I don't know. Is 1981 new for an old guy
So
like you?
no, it isn't. Then I'm thinking of the wrong movie.
For a young, hip guy like you?
For a young hip guy like me. I've never seen anything before 2011.
Oh, yeah. When you were born.
Exactly. Okay. Oh, so it's actually Katharine Hepburn. It's not people playing Katharine Hepburn. That's where
Yes.
I got it. It was Jane Fonda I was thinking of. They did like a movie of
She
like,
is in this as well.
yeah,
And so is Henry Fonda.
up,
No.
Ultron, Tron. It's not Tron.
On
On the road again. I can't wait
on
to get on
blank
the road
pond.
again.
And we have a color. And one of those colors might be on the Lorgatech pyramid slash funnel to happiness.
Cole?
No, that is not coal.
On Coal Pod. On Silver Pond, on Gold Pond, on
Oh,
Platinum Pond, gold,
gold.
on Golden Pond. I
Yeah.
have never
Let's
heard of
put
this
it all
movie.
together for the audience.
Avengers Age of Ultron Golden Pond.
There you go. I don't count that as a win for you.
That's fine. Look at me in the fucking eyes. Have you ever heard of this movie? Have you ever heard
No,
of this movie?
no,
That's
not
what I
at all.
thought. That's
Not
what
at
I
all.
fucking thought. You wouldn't
All
have got
right.
it either.
All right. So why don't you read the question for the audience?
No, you do it.
Pushed to his limits by aggressively weird cops that like to shave men, John Rambo fights back so he can retrieve a precious pink stone buried in war-torn Sierra Leone. That's, of course, go. Let me read it again. Come on. Pushed to his limits by
This is
aggressively
hard.
weird cops that like to shave men, John Rambo fights back so he can retrieve a precious pink stone buried in war-torn Sierra Leone. It's a struggle for you to keep that up there. Huh?
It's harder than it looks because I'm trying to make sure it's like close enough for in focus, but not the answer.
Well, that brings us to our next segment, studying the blueprint.
Barbie, 2023's critical darling, and possibly the greatest movie ever made. I guess we'll find out on the lore list in the later segment. But Devin, in case somebody has been under a rock all this past year, why don't you tell them what Barbie's about?
Well, Barbie's real. She's a doll and she lives in Barbie land. And something's going amiss. Her feet no longer have arches in them and they're flat. And that must be one thing. Now, the girl playing with her is in need. So Barbie travels to the real world. Unbeknownst to her, Ken tagged along too. And they go to the
I'm
real world
just Ken.
and they find the girl who's been playing with Barbie, so they think, and her mom, and they bring them back, the mom and the girl, back to Barbie Land to try and fix what's wrong. And they find out that Ken got an idea from the real world, brought those ideas back to Barbie Land. Now Barbie's being controlled by all the Kens. And meanwhile, Mattel and the leader of Mattel, Will Ferrell, is trying to make Barbie get back in the box.
I never understood that. If she got back in the box, what happens?
I think he thought everything would go back to normal.
It's just implied that she would go back and Okay.
but she might have forgot everything. I don't know. We'll find out if there's a Barbie 2.
If there's
But
a sequel.
great movie. It really shows the differences of a female-led society compared to a male-led society, and I think there's some positives and negatives to both. We need equality, but there's a lot of struggles that we as men, would never realize unless there was movies like this to shine a light on these. So good for us watching it. Always patting ourselves on the back. Real
Yeah, we
can
finally
move.
got clout with the women now. Let's
Real
pat
can
ourselves
move right now. Yeah, you gonna remove that hat when we're talking about the Barbie movie, or are you just
No,
gonna
I'm still
continue?
youthful.
Okay,
Whole episode.
because it looks very surfer Ken right now.
Well, there isn't a surfer Ken. He's just beach. It's
True.
just beach.
Yeah. So unlike Joe Coy, we did watch the Barbie movie, and I'm assuming you don't get that Golden Globes reference. Are you not up to date on anything, bro?
I understand we do a movie podcast. I'm going to get yelled at by Devin. I hate award shows.
You don't have to like award shows.
I
I'm glad
just,
I didn't have to work this one. I
I
worked
just,
last year's Golden Globes.
I think it is so, there is something so fucking disingenuous about it. It's like, look at us. We're so great. We're better than you. Here's a great fancy award ceremony for us. You guys work a job. It's a fucking job. You want
Yeah,
a
but
plaque
other
for
jobs have
employee of the
awards
month?
at the end of
You
the
get
year.
employee of the month and maybe a little bonus and a pizza party. Okay, you work a job. You work a job a lot of people would fucking kill for. All of you in the room are vastly wealthy and are at the
Not
top
everyone.
1%. Not the workers. Not the workers. You're
No,
right.
but not even all the actors, buddy. That's why the actors had to strike, because everyone thinks everyone's a millionaire in there.
The
Those people
ones
who are in
that
their first
the ones
movie,
that win.
but the people who are in their first movie, no, not necessarily. You're having your first role in a major movie. You be paid the minimum.
What's the minimum?
I don't know what the SAG minimum is right now, but it could be like $2,000.
That's day rate.
No,
You're not getting paid $2,000 to be a fucking starring role in a movie.
if you have no name. SAG day rate is $420. Weekly rate is $14.60. And then you have to pay people out of that money. So not necessarily a millionaire. And that's probably for 6 weeks. And then you're unemployed for like 12. Like, so
All right, fine. Most of them aren't vastly wealthy, but the ones that win are usually the fucking big profile guys and ladies.
yeah, I'm just
And I'll
defending
just
the
say,
little guys.
you can defend the little guys. And I don't have a problem with like the Emmys that aren't really shown because there's like the sketch Emmys, like all the daytime stuff that they don't fucking broadcast. Like, okay, you want to have like a get togethering of yourself? Sure.
So what is TV supposed to
Give
show?
some stuff. My point is that I find it pretentious and disingenuous for there to be an award show that is for a production to be watched. You guys want to have your little click?
What are you talking about? Everything they
Let's
make
get a bunch of
is-
lawyers together and we'll film the lawyers and we'll say lawyer of the year, best case of the year. Check out this fucking guy over here. He's great. He's up and coming lawyer of the year. That's fucking bullshit. You're just blowing smoke up your own ass.
But everyone does it. What is employee of the month? Listen, what is entertainment production other than creating something for you to watch?
Yeah, they already gave me the product. I don't need to see another fucking product about
Then don't
them
watch
patting
it.
themselves on the fucking
Don't
thing.
watch
I don't
it,
watch
buddy.
it. I don't watch it.
But it's TV. They can do what they want. They can put on what they want. Okay? All right?
Okay. All right.
Listen,
All right.
peasant, this isn't for you. This is the one thing we do for us. All right? That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean for us? What do you mean for us?
What? We're just supposed to be your puppets and make you laugh, but then we can't pat each other on the back or clap for the good things or be like, hey, I support Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig for the Barbie movie, because they'll probably be snubbed at a bigger award show. But you know what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now Devin's taking a
They got
dig at the
some
fucking
love.
Golden Globes. Right over
They
here.
got love, man. That's my old employer, right? You coming at my old employer right now?
Where's the award for the best fucking parking lot supervisor? Where's the award for production coordinator? Where's the award for the guy who is the project manager, making sure all the things are
No one
fucking
wants to
on
watch
set on the
that.
day? Okay, yeah, exactly. No one wants to watch
But
that. But
people
those
want to watch
people
the
are
pretty
putting in.
famous
Those
people
people
that
are
they
putting in
watch in
the
all their
fucking
movies
work.
get together.
Those people put in more work to make a movie fucking happen than the actors, okay? I'm on your side, people behind the camera. Zach over here is E-Town TV will voice for you. Devin is all about the actors. He's a
I'm
shill.
about everybody. I'm just saying you want to take away jobs.
I'm not
That's
taking
what I
away
heard.
jobs. What jobs am I taking away?
Everyone who works at the award show on the production side to put it on air. Those are the
All
only people
right. You
getting
know what?
paid.
You know what? That's fine. That's a good point.
The only people
That's a
getting
good point.
paid to be there are the ones working it. The actors aren't being paid to be there.
Okay, that's event coordination and staff, and you're right. I don't want to take jobs from those people.
Yeah,
Those
you're
are
trying to
hardworking
take away
people.
jobs from production people and cameramen.
Okay.
Wow. I thought you were a man of the people.
I am a man of the people, and I've changed my stance in 180 for only the event staff so they can still have a job.
So can we talk about the Barbie movie?
Yeah, you got me all riled up. It's been a subject that I've always disliked award shows. I just think it's not necessary. But let's move on. Barbie movie, great movie. Very fun. Had a great time watching it. I got the feeling that the movie was not about what you see on X and Twitter about women putting down men. It was more like any society that's run exclusively by one demographic is always inherently going to be at least a little bad to the other demographic. Is the patriarchy really bad? We all say yes. Right, Devin?
Yeah,
Devin, you say
of
yes.
course. I just said yes. But
But
also, it's funny that, like, these people have such fragile egos that they can't, like, take a joke that, doesn't paint them
all
to be
right,
like
we've
the
already
cool
gone
guy,
down one rabbit hole. We're going down another over here.
I'm just saying, like, it gets torn apart for all these people who like haven't even seen it. And they're like, oh, it's misogynistic. It's like, take a joke, guy. Literally,
Quite honestly, I think one of the best jokes in the entire movie was at the end when Ken goes, when I found out the patriarchy wasn't really about horses, I kind of lost interest.
Yeah, I think you were relating to the Ken character, but I liked how Barbie was just like, this is what Barbie stands for. You don't have to just pretend to be a mom. You can be an astronaut or a scientist or an attorney or whatever you actually want to be. And
I agree.
all those people who are hating on Barbie, they don't understand Barbie. And this is what this movie showed them, that Barbie isn't just about, like, blonde, skinny, tall, I don't know, tan, but, like, it's about being your full potential.
It's about seeing yourself in different professions. It's not you only have to be a mother. You only have to be X. You only have to be Y. You can be anything you fucking want to be. Barbie does. And then I really liked the mom. What was her name? America. What was her name?
America Ferrara.
Ferrara. I loved her in this movie. I loved her perspective.
She's a really great. I loved her in
Superstar.
Superstore.
I thought she was fantastic in this movie. She had like a little manic, but you could tell like a little dark. Like that's the kind of mother she was playing.
Yeah, who taught you how to drive like this?
A guy. Dad? Yeah, let's say dad.
Yeah.
But like her whole thing is like, can't we just have like regular Barbie or like in sweatpants Barbie? Like, I don't want to be exceptional. I just want to be good enough. Like, I just want to feel good about like getting through the day. And then Will Ferrell's like, I don't think so. That's a horrible idea. The guy behind him's like, that's gonna make money. That's a great idea. She was great. I thought all of the milieu of actresses who played the different versions of Barbie, I thought they all played really well. We talked about this on the phone, and I forgot to look it up. Who is the mermaid Barbie? She's clearly very famous.
This is your question, and now you're putting it on me. Because like I come unprepared.
You're the one who loves actors, so you should know this. You're on the actors.
This guy right now If there was a bus that he's trying to throw me under,
I was just
oh,
asking a question. Who
you
is
made me sound so unprepared.
it?
You know,
You're the one editing. You could take all this out.
we don't have a guy behind the booth that we could be like, hey, why don't you look that up for us? Uh, and then you go to IMDb and they're just all Barbie.
Hey, editor, when you figure this out, put it right here who the mermaid Barbie is. Right here. So that person, clearly very famous, didn't know who she was. I think she's a musician. Um,
It's Dua Lipa.
There it is. It's Dua Lipa. We'll put it right here. Mermaid Barbie, Dua Lipa. But then once they got to patriarchy, the reason why I bring her up is that I thought one of the best visual gags is when they brought into the patriarchy world, they had male versions of what the Barbies used to be. And the one who pops up right next to her is John Cena. And it's his only shot in the entire movie.
That's what I love about John Cena. He can be the funny guy in just one scene. He doesn't need to be the leading guy. He can just pop in. It's like, hey,
No,
was that John Cena? It's like, yeah, man.
this is clearly like all those actors either really liked the director or really thought the script was really funny
I think it
because
was both. I think
so many of them were
Gretta
just, yeah,
Gerwig's a great director, and
I'll take a little part. Sure, I'll do this 20-second thing or whatever.
it looked like a
Simu
lot of
Lee,
fun as well.
how do you say his name? Simu. Um, Devin's right on the IMDb page, so I thought he had it. Clearly, I was wrong.
No, I was. I have to go back. It's Simu Liu.
Simu Liu, very good. Opposite Ryan Goslinger, whatever.
Gosling. Do you
Gosling.
watch movies?
No, not really. Uh, he was hilarious, and I loved the fact that they were so antagonistic towards each other, but both of them in different scenes were secretly like, "Man, that other Ken is so cool." So it's
Just want to
clearly
be
like a
friends.
jealousy thing
Well, it's the
between them.
patriarchy forcing them to be against each
But
other.
even before then, like in the Barbie world, they were competing for Barbie's attention, but they were just like, "Man, he's so cool."
I think that's also a lesson for other people to learn. It's like we don't need to fight each other. We just need to be a community.
Yeah, why are you always yelling at me? Let's be more communal.
Because you're just wrong and you set me up for failure.
How do
How do
I
you say
say
that
you
name?
up rebellion?
Who was the person? I don't know, Zach. Why don't you tell me these questions beforehand so I can give you the answers instead of doing it in real time?
All right, we good?
Yeah, I guess so. So, where does the Barbie movie fall on the lore list? All right.
Well, Devin, of course, obviously, still reigning number one. Paddington 2 always will be. I will give you a spoiler alert. I was looking up feel good comedies. Almost went with Paddington 2 because it came up on a lot of lists. Lot of lists.
Oh man, we'll find out later in the episode what you pick. I hope it's not Paddington 2.
It's not. I wouldn't have spoiled it.
All right.
I'm more
I
of
don't
a
know. It could be
professional
like a
than that.
real twist.
I'm gonna be honest. It's Paddington. It's just Paddington. It's not the second one. It's just Paddington.
Is it really?
No, it's not. All right. So the Barbie movie, I think it's definitely in the top quadrant.
Well, why don't you give a scroll down of the entire list? We
I'm
got
not gonna read
Paddington
the
2 at the
entire list.
top. We got Surf Ninjas in the middle. And at the very end, we have Gods of Egypt. And those are the movies that we talk about. The other ones we refuse to talk about.
But here they are on screen for you.
Yeah, I'm just not talking about.
All right, so I definitely think it's
is this a top
quadrant.
Top 15 movie?
It's definitely top 15.
Top 10 movie?
Is it okay? So if it's top 10, is it better than Captain America: The Winter Soldier? I'd say yes.
I'd say it's probably number 7 above Elf.
Think so? I'm thinking that. Halloween, Exorcist, Elf.
Yeah, I think you got Shawshank, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Groundhog Day, The Matrix, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then Barbie.
I could get behind that. You know what? I am behind that. There you have it, folks. The new number 7, Barbie on the lore list. Devin, do you think we can come up with a movie as good as Barbie in
I don't know.
20
Probably
minutes
not.
or less?
Probably not. But we'll try. In this week's
Building the lore in
In
the
the Writer's
Writer's
Zoo.
Zoom.
All right. So last week we came up with Coachella at 40.
No
This
smarting
week,
about that one.
let's not hit so close to home, but let's throw
Or
some
or we could
nostalgia
we
in it.
we could hit close to your home.
No, we did that before. We did that
Oh, we
before.
did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that one
But
turned into a horror movie. So,
yeah,
all
well, we don't know how this one's ended. So,
right,
how about we do a nostalgia film? And I
we doing
don't like you
another
brought up the
period
Power
piece in
Rangers, but I don't want to
architecture.
really do Power Rangers. But like, what other things did we love growing up?
Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah,
Turtles.
well, they just redid that.
Okay, all right. Do you remember
Mm.
Mighty Max?
The mouse.
No, it was a don't worry about it. It was like a toy or something. Let's do a movie about hungry hippos.
I think they are. I think
Damn
that
it.
one's coming out.
Fucking Christ. Let's get on all right, let's go. What did we love in the 90s? You know what everybody loved? The Charlotte Hornets
Pog,
basketball team.
pogs.
Sweet starter jackets.
I mean, they did have the cleanest jerseys out there.
Cleanest ones.
They were
Everybody knew
nice.
it. It didn't matter what team you were a fan of. You wanted a Charlotte Hornets starter jacket.
Yeah, that was that logo. Just boom.
We could
A
do a whole
movie about the
movie.
Honey Nut Cheerios bee.
No, we could do a
Um,
movie about growing up with the Charlotte Hornets and then they get taken away from you. And then the end movie makes you feel good because they came back.
how's that a comedy?
We got it. See that's the challenge, Devin. That's the challenge.
So let's do a comedy about a guy who hasn't grown up and he is just stuck in the same. What's a good year from the 90s? 95 when the Bulls won, or like,
No, 95. The Bulls didn't win in 95.
oh yeah, true,
I
true,
mean,
true.
91 and 93, 96 to 98.
Oh
Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
Come on. I set you up for that one. You're welcome. Um,
1995 was the Houston Rockets.
was it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. A failure to launch type movie though. So
Let's do it from the female perspective.
okay, I don't. It's gonna be hard. We don't know any references to like growing up.
Clueless.
Clueless, yeah.
Um,
But
what's a
normally women grow up and mature, and that's
true?
why you don't see a
That's why
lot
it's
of
funny if they
failure to
don't.
launch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true. True. So it's an entirely new genre about
yeah.
a
We're just
woman
rewriting the
who
story.
hasn't grown up.
Oh, this is tough.
All right, let's go back to men. Let's go back to men. That's
But
where
also, I just like don't even know if we have an idea yet. Like,
we don't have an idea.
I feel like we're struggling here right now,
This is what it is sometimes.
and
Okay,
it's just what's more. I like this nostalgia thing. Like, we wanna, get the
you're
fucking
trying
money
to
from the millennials.
pigeonhole the nostalgia in there. Let's do it's 1999. This guy is 14 years old. He just watched The Matrix. Flash forward, it's
Matrix comes out in
2023.
2000, I
The
think.
Matrix came out in 1999.
Are you sure?
Yes. Flash forward is 2023. He still thinks The Matrix is the coolest thing ever made, and that's his whole personality.
He's wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah.
That would look so sketchy.
Yeah, you're right. That one's a little bit too sketchy.
Yeah, like long black trench coat.
Yeah, that's a predator. All
I
right,
don't
let's
know if
move.
that guy is someone I'm interested in. Um, I'm struggling here. This
Me too.
This is
Huge.
rough.
Because you're pigeonholing the nostalgia.
Yeah, let's get rid of the nostalgia.
Okay.
Let's get rid of the nostalgia. Let's do something fun.
I
That is
got
a
it.
fun
I
activity.
got it.
What?
I already got it. This is gonna be in the vein of Life's a Trap, because one of our best ideas we've ever made. But it's about a man who comes into some wealth somehow. We can figure out how, but it's an accidental wealth, either inheritance, winning the lottery, something. But with his newfound money, his only dream is to build a fucking Pizza Hut that reminds him of the 1990s.
Okay. I think we're gonna fall in a lot of trouble with copyrights.
Why?
First of all, we're just writing a movie about a Pizza Hut. We already wrote a movie about a Sbarro. It was like,
No, that
where
was
does our
sponsored.
loyalty
That was
lie?
sponsored by Sbarro's, and we are loyal to any company that will give us marketing money.
I like your idea of a guy who came into some unfounded wealth.
Yeah.
But what if his dream is to make a a like a blimp and travel
No.
in his blimp? It's
No.
like an 80 days around the world type thing.
No.
Why not? You're not even like it's an airship. It's like an RV that he attaches a big blimp balloon to, and he's just RVing around the country.
What are we? Are we fucking doing up just in real life? Is that what we're
No,
doing?
it's not up. He's not going to take a small boy with him and a talking dog. This is
We haven't
serious,
discussed. We
okay?
haven't discussed that yet. He
He is a
might.
bro. He is a bro who, maybe he does have a chihuahua who has a little tiny parachute on him, and it's so cute and hilarious. But instead of doing a normal RV truck across the country, he's doing an RV blimp. You love it.
How is this better than the Pizza Hut idea?
Listen, he can stop at a Pizza Hut and it'll be like a 1990s looking Pizza Hut in the middle of nowhere. And all of a sudden, you just see a tether come down and this guy repelling. And he has like, you know, chain up his blimp so it doesn't fly away. He's a cool bro. He goes to Coachella and he's just above
No,
Coachella.
we're not doing another Coachella movie.
Well, he could be over a festival. I'm just saying these are places he could go. Go over the Hoover Dam. Go over the Rocky Mountains. And then if he gets into some trouble, he'll have to go into land mode, which is when he just drives at a really low speed, like low altitude, so his wheels are spinning. But then, like if he hits a bump, he gets a little bit of air.
Fine.
I'm just saying, it's a fun road trip journey.
Who's coming with him?
I think he's gonna pick up a band of people along the way.
Okay. And these people are gonna get in a fucking RV blimp.
So that's why you got to be like, who are the kind of people who are gonna get in an RV blimp?
Desperates.
Eccentrics,
Weirdos.
scientists who are not funded by accredited universities.
Mm-hmm. So this
Like
guy
we want a flat earther who wants to go up with them so he can prove that the earth is flat, but then he sees like the curvature of the earth and he's like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. And then he says it's an optical illusion.
Yeah.
All right. So this guy who before he inherited this wealth somehow.
I think win the lottery. Yeah.
Worked for Goodyear. So he was he's been into blimp technology.
Yeah, there's only like 30 blimps in the world.
Yeah. And he's like, you know what I can do? I can hook this up to my RV.
Yeah.
So we're not going to
reinforce the RV with like steel frames.
We're not going to focus on the science. It's happened. Get over it.
He's like, I got a buddy from Boeing to make sure that it's capable of
a blimp
20,000 feet
attached to an RV.
Yeah.
And his dream.
It's very Spaceballs-esque.
His dream. He watched Around the World in 80 Days when he was a kid. And he was like, that seems like the adventure of a lifetime. I'm going to do the same in my RV. For some reason. So this man, let's name him Devin.
Hold on. I mean, he's not gonna be His name is Slater.
No. Give him a real name.
Slade.
No.
Um,
Sal. His name is Sal.
Sal. All
Sal.
right.
Fine. Sal has been working for Goodyear for 10 years. And he saw the thing, the Powerball was up to 800 plus million dollars. So he buys a ticket. Boom. Sal wins. What does Sal do? Does he cure poverty in his town? Does he build a fancy mansion? No. Sal wants to go around the world in 80 days in a fucking RV blimp. So he got a bro from Boeing and another bro from Goodyear to hook up his RV to a blimp. And he
Yeah.
takes off and he finds eccentric weirdos around the country. And it's really, the movie is about community. And we're not all
Yeah.
different.
In finding
Okay?
your found family. Yeah.
Finding your found family with a flat earther, a woman who ran away from her wedding. She's in a wedding dress. He picks her up. They fly away.
They fly away. Yeah.
Because that guy was just a jackass, and she didn't know how to get out because she wasn't financially secure enough. So there we go. There's another person. Then we got a McDonald's worker who was just like, I'm 19 years old. I can't be doing this my whole life. You're a young kid. What are you talking about? Get in the RV.
Get in the blimp.
He starts kidnapping people.
He's not kidnapping people. He's bringing them along for their journey. And he's like, I've always wanted to move to Nashville. It's like, all right, we'll drop you off in Nashville. So
We can drop you off in Nashville. Yeah.
Takes them from like New Mexico to Nashville or something.
This-
Like they're taking people, boom, boom, boom,
Yeah, the wedding girl is like, I got a sister in Los Angeles, and she told me that guy was no good. Come on in the blimp.
Well,
We're
which
going
way is he
Los
going?
Angeles.
I thought he was gonna go west to east.
No, we're East Coast bros. Okay, he always starts.
Yeah,
East
but
Coast,
if he
goes
wants
west.
Boeing's help, and that's on the West Coast, I don't know where Goodyear's stationed.
He's a remote worker. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're not worried about the science too much because the end of the movie is him going.
Well, the
off
crosswinds would make more sense for him to go west to east.
Yeah,
but okay.
But just think about it, Devin. Where does the sun set? In the west, right?
True.
So the end of the movie is him over Los Angeles, heading out west over the Pacific Ocean, and the sun setting. And everybody's just like, "See you later, Sal." It's like,
we'll
I'm finally gonna see Japan.
And we'll see if he has. At that point, he's the only one in the RV
Oh yeah, they all got out.
because they're like, we don't know if this will go over the ocean.
Yeah,
The whole time they've been over land.
the whole movie's a comedy. It's a feel-good comedy.
They got to be over a Great Lake at one point because that'd be funny.
But the end of the movie is just an ambiguous thing of like, does he make it?
Yeah, we'll leave.
And then the credits, you see postcards of him in other countries. He did make it.
He did make it.
He did make it.
It's like that, that giant rubber duck that was going around. It's like that where it's just like everyone wants to get a picture with the Blimp RV.
Blimp RV, man. This is Sal from upstate New York.
Doesn't have to be from upstate New York. Not everyone has to be from upstate New York.
All right,
That's
this
why I'm
is
saying
Sal
if he's from Seattle,
just
he's
outside
going
of
from the West Coast to
Philadelphia.
the East Coast. He could turn around in New York and make his way back to the other way.
Or I guess it could be like more hopeful if we end the movie and he's going off at the Atlantic and the sun is rising. That's
rising on a new day. Instead of
right,
setting on this man's
Sal
dream.
lives in dreary fucking Seattle. It rains 700 days a year, and he wins the Powerball, and he hooks up.
Hold on.
RV.
Are you going into a full explanation?
No, I'm just really still spitballing here.
Okay,
Remember,
because it sounded like you're trying to do it.
He's kidnapping kids.
He's not kidnapping anybody. You gotta calm down with this kidnapping. Does he have a love interest? Does he find a dog? He finds an abandoned dog for sure. I think that'd be a great story. This little Chihuahua dog, and he puts a little parachute on him. He's like, it's all good. He's got a little chute.
What about a cat in one of those backpacks with the thing so they can see out of it too? We could do both. We could have a dog and cat.
Yeah, but like someone puts on a parachute.
What about if one of the
cat and then they like go to pull it and it's just tragic. That's a tragic accident waiting.
What about
this is supposed to be a comedy.
True. What about if it's a tourist with a cat backpack? A Hello Kitty cat backpack
Okay,
with an
so like
actual
someone
cat.
who just thinks it's a hop on, hop off bus,
They
and
missed their plane. They're freaking out. They're not from this country. And Sal's like, get on the blimp. And for
get on the
some
blimp.
reason, they're like, all right.
So they're going from the West Coast. I think they go from Seattle down the coast,
Down to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Then they go over. They hit up
This makes more sense. We,
Vegas.
we pick up the wedding woman, the soon to be bride in Los Angeles, because she went out there, but it's a fake town with fake people, and she's moving back home with her sister and family.
Just going back to New York or Philly or something.
We
Somewhere
could
on
do
the
middle of the
East Coast.
country too.
Okay, okay. Then they hit Vegas. Then they go Grand Canyon, Hoover
Mhm.
Dam. We're gonna
And
have
then
to
it's just this
go
blimp flying over the Grand Canyon.
Wyoming, over like the Great Plains,
Mm-hmm.
next to the Mount Rushmore. We got to pick
During the
someone up. We got
movie,
to go down to Nashville. We got
they're
to
like,
go over the Rockies. We got to hit up
how can
Philly.
you just fly this? Don't you need like AA or something? He's like, no. If you get between a mile and like 3/4 of a mile up, that's no man's sky. You can just as long as you're just chilling there.
As long as we're not near any airports, we're good.
We're good. There's a drone right there. We're fine.
Oh yeah, they could have drones. They could have some cameramen come in,
Mm-hmm,
some
mm-hmm,
parachuters, some like extreme
mm-hmm,
sportists.
mm-hmm. I think one of the shots has to be him just opening up his door and he's over like wherever you want and he just takes a leak.
Yeah, well, probably the Grand Canyon.
Probably the Great Canyon.
Yeah.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
So, yeah. All right. That's cross country blimp.
I was just gonna say Blimp RV.
No.
We've been calling it Blimp RV this whole time. Think of the movie
I,
poster, just a blimp connected to an RV going over and then it's just a Blimp RV. What an adventure for a lifetime.
all right. So, what's his journey?
His
Sal.
journey.
Or is Sal like the constant of just like, I want to see new places. I want to do new things. I know you didn't really watch Doctor Who, but Doctor Who in the show is usually the constant for most episodes. He's just a traveler, and the companions are the ones who go through their journey. So could Sal be
I
like
like
the
that.
constant, and the people he picked up go through their individual journeys on their way to wherever they're going?
Mm-hmm. And maybe over time we could find out Sal, doesn't really have anyone.
No, he lost family. We can also find out that Sal's just been constantly letting out a stream of money wherever the RV blimp goes, and just money just trickles down to the people.
It's like I learned that from
The
Reagan.
people.
It's called the trickle down
Trickle
economics.
down economics. I'm rich, so now I'll give money to the people. And then
Trickle
someone's
it
like,
down.
someone will be like, you're the first rich person who's ever actually trickled down money.
Yeah, I mean, I think we learned that he is kind of like how Keanu in real life has had some very tragic stuff happen to him. I think
Mhm.
he's gone through some tragedy. He's kind of an orphan. He's kind of maybe his
Lost the love of
pregnant
his
wife,
life,
yeah,
but he's
like it's
not
died.
looking for new love. He
No, and
already
he's
got
not
it.
he's not hating life. He just
No.
he happened to be the right guy to find this money, and now he's taking people on their journeys to find their happiness
On
through
the
the Blimp
blimp
RV. Yeah.
RV. But we're still going with my ending. He goes across the Atlantic Ocean, the sun's rising, and you're like, does he make it?
And you're like, I don't
Credits,
think he was gonna make it.
postcards.
That's
There's
why I
him.
think he has to go over one of the Great Lakes, and they're having some difficulties. And it's like, it's not being over water is completely different.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll shore it up. I'll shore it up. It'll be fine. Trust me. I got a blimp guy in Syracuse, New York. We're gonna land there. You see the carrier dome? That's basically half blimp technology.
Basically a blimp if you think
Oh,
about
sorry, the
it.
JMA wireless dome.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
All
Come on, it's not a carry dome anymore.
right. Well, you know what? We got there in the end, folks.
The Architects Allure original idea. Blimp RV.
That's where Sal, he's living in dreary Seattle, Washington. It rains 726 days out of the year there. Sal has suffered some tragedy in his life, but he's a man who always looks on the bright side. And one day, the bright side finds him because he wins the Powerball. What does Sal do? Does
He
he?
builds a Blimp RV.
He
He
builds a
loves
Blimp RV.
around the world in 80 days, and he loves blimps. He's working for Goodyear or Boeing, but he's got friends at both. And he creates the world's first half blimp, half RV. And he's going to
Just,
travel the country.
just let it go, people. The science works. Okay, we're not getting
We'll
into
figure out the
it.
science later.
So Sal just starts traveling because he wants to see the world, especially
First stop,
from a
LA.
different perspective. First stop, LA, where he finds a runaway bride, literally running down the streets of Rodeo Drive. And
Next stop,
Sal picks her up.
Vegas, where some other shenanigans happen. He meets a flat earther in the desert.
Meets a
He
flat
wants
earther in
to
Vegas.
prove that the earth is flat, so he wants to go up in the RV with him. Sal brings him along for the ride.
And he sees the curvature of the earth for the first time. Does his mind accept it? No. And he still believes the earth is flat.
On the way, they also pick up a guy whose dream has always been a musician in Nashville. So let's go to Nashville.
Let's take a stop on Nashville. But then in Nashville, he finds a 19-year-old working at McDonald's who doesn't think he'll ever make it out of his state, out of his town, away from his family. And Sal says, "Get on the Blimp RV."
We're going to the big city.
We're going to the big city. You ever seen a lake? Never seen a lake. Well, there's some Great Lakes in this country.
They
So
have
go
some
to the Great
trepidation
Lakes.
over a Great Lake, probably Ontario or
Oh,
Erie.
also he finds like a Chihuahua dog with a parachute
Yeah.
on it. It's chill and like
It's so chill. They all got parachutes.
and like
He's thought about safety and
yeah.
regulations.
And then there's like a tourist with a kitty cat, Hello Kitty cat backpack as well. There's a lot of people.
A lot of
They
people.
all-
It's
they
a
all get on the
journey.
Blimp RV. It's a journey. They all find their happiness and new perspective on life through the Blimp RV.
And we find out a little bit more about Sal, but he's not sad. He's just excited for the future. And that future is the Atlantic Ocean.
Everybody says, "Sal, you will die." And he's like, "Nah, I got it. It's chill." And Sal flies off the Atlantic Ocean as the sun rises. We roll to credits. Credits come up. Postcards from France. Postcards from Germany at Oktoberfest. Sal's made it. And he's spreading the gospel of a different perspective in the Blimp RV.
There you have it. Architects of Lore original idea, Blimp RV.
The skeleton's great. We really got to work on the details of that one.
It took us a while to get there.
Took us
a while. Evergreen question. But before that, in our study of feel-good comedies, what movie are we watching next, Zach?
So I agonized about this decision. I told you earlier I was thinking about Paddington 2, but it's already on the list. I was thinking about Paddington. But I think Devin's already predisposed to hate anything Paddington related.
I could see that.
I went through a couple of other ones. The Nice Guys, Hot Tub Time Machine. I turned on both movies. Both movies started with basic nudity. And I was like, maybe not the start of a movie that we need for our family-friendly podcast. So I went with a really feel-good, warm-hearted classic. And that's the 2009 I Love You, Man.
I Love You, Man. All right. I can get down with that.
Mm-hmm. So that's it.
That's
Next
Paul
week,
Rudd
folks,
and
watch I Love You, Man on HBO Max. Or sorry, just Max.
Just Max.
Just
Paul Rudd and
Jason Segel.
There it is. I Love You, Man. Check it out.
And Rashida
Next
Jones.
week.
She's in it too. And Lou Ferrigno.
The Hulk.
The Hulk. But now for our very, very quick, because we rambled too much.
A little too much ramble.
Very, very quick evergreen question. Devin, would you rather be a Bills fan or a Knicks fan?
Bills fan. Zach.
Knicks fan.
Would you rather watch a game in the snow or in the rain?
I'm like in the stands, getting either rained or snowed on. Snow, 100% all day.
I agree. And for everyone who claims that it was not right for me to skip the game because it was raining, I said if it was snowing, I would have been there at that Dallas game.
The worst weather in the world to be outside is like 37 degrees and raining.
Yeah, it's
I'll
horrible
take 30 and snowing every day of the week over
every
37 and
day.
rain. Every day.
Let us know what you think. Email us at architectsoflore@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Architects of Lore. Search YouTube for Architects of Lore. Hopefully soon we will get a, you know, cool name played on it. Arc of Lore on X and Architects of Lore on TikTok.
Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe on all places, including your local podcast feed, whatever it is, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Spotify. And if you have the ability, please comment or rate us 5 stars. Nothing less than 5, unless the
Like,
rating system goes
subscribe,
above
ring
5.
that bell.
I already said
Five
all that.
stars on everything.
All right.
All right.
Devin, why don't you take us out?
I don't know it, and you know I don't. So why don't you take us out?
All right, Devin. And for everybody listening, thank you for listening to another episode of Architects of Lore. Can't wait to be with you next week. That sounded weird. We're going to keep it in anyway. But just remember, if you got a story in your head, but you can't seem to get it out,
Do it.
just fucking do it. Because at some point, you're going to come up with a banger, and that's called Blimp RV. And if it sucks, who cares?
That's what
That's
editing's
editing's for. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Well, if this now the answer's on screen. Now the answer is on screen.
All right, cut that part.
So why don't you read the answer? Why don't you read the question for the audience? You got to think visually.
Yeah, well, just put the fucking answer out. Put it in the outtakes so you can know if you got it, people. Make sure to take a guess as you're watching. Take a guess, then go watch in the outtakes what the answer is. It's a good idea. You know it. So here we are. It's going to be the new number 7 on the lore list.
Oh, let's get a clean audio when we have a clean screen. You didn't edit.
You don't need to see me at it. It'll go on.
I could have.
What do you want me to do?
I was going to put the movie poster next to it. But...
All right, hold on. All right, yeah, I can get behind that. All right, so the new number 7.
You can't just start in the middle of a sentence. I can get behind that. Like, you don't know where I'm going to edit from.
I gave you a lot of clean takes right there.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.